engines, those engines are built to last. I tell you what, are totally built to last. It it will. I wouldn't say it would never break down, but because of the fact that it was an early 2000 model, so it said on the website that they redone their engines to be very lasting. So I was actually quite happy with it because I tell you what, I didn't break down not one time. Unless if you're talking about tire wise. Yeah, the used car lot didn't, put new tires on it, so I had to drive with used tires that was on it, and I was like, so annoying. So the only time that I actually broke down in that van was flat tires. Luckily, I had a job, and I bought one tire at a time, to where I was able to get all four brand new tires. May have taken like 4 months, consecutive months, to get all new tires, but I did. I got them. So, luckily, Walmart, oh my god, their cheap tires that they sell really did the trick. So, altogether, I spent $800 on tires. So they were like $200, or okay, so they were possibly 850, because they were a little more than just $200 a piece, just a little bit more, but not too much more, to where it would come out to be like $850 kind of a thing, all total. So I bought brand new tires for that van, and then it got repoed. I was like, oh my god. But anyway, I was so bummed at that. And so the reason why I don't have a job right now is because during this whole entire 8 years of we been living in the same place for 8 years. So during that whole entire time, I didn't have a car. And so I've tried numerous of times, I try to do a GoFundMe page or a GoFundMe account like 2 times, um, or basically updated my GoFundMe. That's why I'm saying it's like 2 times, but it's actually 1 time because I was just only updating kind of a thing. But anyway, and then I tried to get help from people I knew back in high school, and also friends that I've made on on Facebook, kind of a thing, um, to kind of help me out with you know asking them to possibly donate some money towards it, and also seeing if they can ask their friends and family members, just to kind of like spread it out there, to try to help, so that way I was able to get you know okay, at first I was like, ah, I I could try doing a brand new car, but I was like, that's not going really well. So I had to. That's when I updated my GoFundMe to possibly get like maybe 10 to 15,000, instead of getting like 25,000. So I could actually buy a used car like outright, instead of making payments on it. I could just buy it outright, pay, you know, to have the money to pay for 2 years of insurance outright. So that way I wouldn't have to worry about insurance for quite a while. Um, so, and also get tags that were for 2 years as well. So that way I wouldn't have to worry about that kind of a thing. Um, Also, that way it gives me time to go out there and try to look for a job yet again. So I've tried numerous times to do that and never worked. And so to this day, I still don't have a vehicle. I live out in the country. There's no actual public transportation that I could actually take, kind of a thing. The only type of public transportation that I could ever do is just to go out, run errands, pay bills, kind of a thing, go shopping, um, stuff like that. It's not for me to actually try to go out there and look for a job. Like I said, or if I didn't say it, I live out in the country. It's a rural area. I pretty much live out in the woods. Even though it doesn't look like it, trust me, I will show you what I'm talking about as time progresses on where I live. And so right now, yes, if you haven't noticed of the walls, yes, I live in a trailer. It's the only place that we can actually afford because um, my friend, which of course is my ex, like I said, my friend, and because my daughter is autistic, they both get SSI. So that's not a lot of money to do, to do a lot. So because of the fact that they get SSI, this is actually right now the only place that we can actually live in. We can't live in apartments because it's a little bit higher. We can't live in a house because that's a little bit higher. And so trailers was the only thing that we are able to actually afford for right now. And so we have, because of the fact that we have other bills that we have to take care of, like the electric, our um, at the time, um, before we switched to, before we, okay, we have DirecTV and AT&T as our satellite provider and our cell phone provider. Before that, we did have a mom and pop kind of cable system where they done for cable and for internet, but we were like, you know what, it'd possibly be cheaper to get rid of the cable and the internet from them and just go ahead and just get like a cell phone account. That was my thought. um, because that will because of the fact that, well, the cable provider that we had was, you know, because prices on TV channels were going up, so they couldn't afford to pay like the networks for having them anymore. So they told everybody that was on the little communication um, thing that we had. Uh, they told us that they're getting rid of their cable services, so you might want to think of other means to be able to watch TV. And so that's why we decided to go ahead and do uh, DirecTV, because of the fact that, you know, they're really good. They offer great products like, receivers that can actually uh, have an integrated DVR in them. So we got that. And we upgraded once during the whole entire time that we've been with them. Um, it's time for us to upgrade again. So I need to figure out if they came out with a new DVR system or whatever, a new Genie. If they do, great. I would love to get that new one or the new Genie DVR server, to where it's giving you a little bit more space than what we currently have right now. Like right now, we have like 2 terabyte in our um, DVR server. So I'm just wanting to see if they have like maybe a 3 or 4 terabyte hard drive server that they came out with. And if so, then great. Let's go ahead and just do that upgrade. So I need to call about that. But anyway, so we have rent, um, AT&T, which includes DirecTV, because they're together now, and I hope they stay together and not sell off their DirecTV, because all I'm going to be, because I love the fact that I could have my DirecTV bill and my AT&T bill all in one bill. That's what I like. So I really hope that they don't, change that or sell off DirecTV kind of a thing, because what I don't care what they're saying about it, but I really like the fact that they're together. So I hope they keep DirecTV and not sell it off, because I heard that they might end up doing that, and I hope that never happens. Uh, so we to get back, yes, rent, AT&T, um, electric, and so we have to also, even though that we get food stamp, it's like not that much. I wish it was more, but we only get like $106 of food stamps. So I'm very happy that food stamps, no tax. Very happy with that. Um, and so we have to spend actual money on stuff that we need for the house, like cleaning, household cleaning supplies, personal items, um, clothing, shoes, food, and so we have to. We're always, figuring out how to, how to get all of that, like the clothing, shoes, and so on and so forth. So it's like one month we do household cleaning supplies. 1 month we'll do personal items supplies, like deodorant, razors, um, lotions, and body sprays. So right now I'm using just regular body lotion to put on my face in the meantime, until I'm able to figure out how to get like regular moisturizer. And I'll let you, if I do get a moisturizer, I will let you know what I picked. and see how and let you know what my thoughts are on how it worked. And if it doesn't work well for my skin, then I would have to, find another type of moisturizer. So slowly but surely, I'm getting into, buying stuff like that. I already have, a makeup kit. Got some nail, nail polish, kind of a thing, and nail polish remover. Um, as you can see, I already have some girl clothes, so that's a plus. Um, but yeah, I know this is kind of lengthy video because, like I said, I'm doing this on my Galaxy S10 Plus, um, which of course, it for my S10 Plus, it does have 12 gigs of RAM and a 1 terabyte of storage. I guess it was only a limited edition because now they don't even do the 1 terabyte of storage. You can only get like um, a S10 Plus with 12 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage. So you can't get a terabyte in it. But you could always expand it to a 1 terabyte of storage. But those memory SD cards, I swear they're like really expensive for just a 1 terabyte micro SD card. They're like $200 right now. I'm like, what? I'm glad that I have a phone that has already a 1 terabyte. So I'm, very happy with that. And that's why you at times you will also see me do like gameplays of me, playing Fortnite because since I don't have a game console, I gotta do with what I got, and I can only play Fortnite on my phone. I wish I had a game console, but I don't. Um, I mean, yeah, granted, I do have a 4K LG TV right now, um, but that's because of the fact that I went to errands. We didn't have the money to buy one outright, so we had to go to errands and lease one out to the point where we can actually own it. And so here we go. We actually have a LG 4K HDR TV. So I'm actually happy that we got a 4K. Originally, when we were starting to get TVs, it was basically we started out with a 1080p TV, but then we upgraded to a Sharp. No, the first Sharp TV that we actually had um, was 1080p with the yellow coming out on the screen more to give it a little bit more pop kind of a thing. And then uh, after that, I wanted to try out their 4K TVs. Then we went from a Sharp to another Sharp but in 4K, it was it was like really old. It was on sale, so we got that one. Um, I think it was like the first 4K TVs that came out, um, because it had silver on the TV instead of being black. And so I was like, you know what? After having a 4K TV, you never want to go back to a standard 1080p TV because it's like you're getting to see a lot more on a 4K TV than you would with a 1080p TV. So when people tell you TV is a TV, kind of a thing, but it's TV is not just a TV. Especially having a 4K TV for a while and then upgrading to a much newer 4K TV with H um that high definition, I guess. Um HDR. Yeah, there we go. HDR. I was like, "Oh, I know this." But um and so I upgraded to the LG 55-inch 4K TV with HDR on it. So after having that, it's like, come on, it's like a no-brainer. You might as well not go back to a 1080p ever again, kind of a thing, because of course you're actually seeing so much detail on a 4K TV than you could have with a 1080p. I mean, you could actually see, like, oh my god, like the stitching, on people's clothing, and then you could actually see how tight the fabric of their clothes are, because at times you could actually see, like, um ah I'm having a brain fart right now, but you know what I mean. You could actually see fine details on a 4K TV than you would with a regular 1080p, especially having HDR technology built into the TV. So you could see that, you know, that extra detail that you can never see on a regular TV. So, but yeah, I am unemployed right now. Wish I did have a car to go out and look for a job, because basically what I would like to do as a career, or somewhat of a career at first, but mainly make YouTube as my career. But what I would like to do is become a realtor, you know, sell houses, kind of a thing, be a realtor, just so that way I can make, really good money for my family, kind of a thing, and grow this channel more, so that way, you know, I can make being a YouTuber as my main career instead of being a realtor as my main career, kind of a thing. So that is my goal. So pretty much what this channel is going to be for is keeping you updated, um, for right now, in regards to my progress through my transition. There will be times when I'll do vlogs, kind of a thing. Like if I go out of the house, just go ahead and vlog it, kind of a thing. So that way you can see, you know, how a day in my life is like, kind of a thing. And then there will be times when I will just upload um, video here and there in regards to me playing Fortnite on my phone. Um, and also, um, hopefully, do some, clothing hauls, makeup hauls, so that way you could see what I'm buying and all of that. But for right now, I buy things at Walmart because I I'm broke, so I can't really go to like Chanel or Louis Vuitton or Coach or places like that for right now. Um, so, but even though it's at Walmart, I will bring you in with me whenever I do buy some new shoes, um, new clothing. Um, Hopefully, when I get my first um, moisturizer for my face, and whenever I, buy makeup and nail polish kind of a thing as well, because I'm gonna have to buy the makeup slowly until I can make some money somehow to where I could buy makeup pretty much all the time because makeup is very expensive. Even bras are expensive. And so right now, yeah, to be quite honest, I only have one bra. But because of the fact that I take care of it and wash it like how it's supposed to be washed, like hand washed, luckily we have a washer and dryer. So the washer has a hand wash cycle that I love ridiculously so much because then I don't have to wash it by hand myself personally. I just let the machine wash it, and you know, it does a really good job on getting my bras clean. So, and it doesn't snag the underwire as well, so it's not breaking the underwire because, as we all girls know, that the underwire is very important, right? Right. So I don't want the underwire to, come out of the bra. So I just put on the hand wash cycle. It does it really well. And then I don't put the I don't put the bra